Hey guys, be sure to stick around after the video for some channel updates. Now, on to the essay.
Oh no, I'm set.
Giant Baba struck gold with the Misawa Jumbo feud. The young upstarts' struggle to overthrow the ace of all Japan captured the imaginations of the Japanese audience. With the addition of Misawa's Super Generation Army and Jumbo's lieutenants in Tsuruta-gun, All Japan now had a full-on war to continue things into 1991. So today, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first quarter of the year, all leading up to what some call the greatest six-man tag team match of all time. When we last left All Japan, we saw Misawa and Kawada end the year on a high note by defeating Jumbo and Tao Wei in the Real World Tag League. But Tao Wei's betrayal had not gone forgotten, even after his decisive loss. In the month of January, Tao Wei would be scheduled to wrestle both Kawada and Misawa in singles matches in Korakuen Hall. Tao Wei had made his choice, he'd picked his side, and now he had to pay for his betrayal. January 15th, Tao Wei must face Kawada. The rivalry between these two men has heated up throughout the tail end of 1990. There's a level of violence here that gives the matchup a nice contrast to the Tsuruta-Misawa match up above them, where Misawa and Jumbo feels like a more traditional wrestling feud with sudden bursts of violence. Kawada and Tao Wei have built their rivalry on heated exchanges that often spilled to the outside of the ring. It's only fitting then that things open in this match with both men fighting on the floor, with Tao Wei really taking the fight to Kawada. This is a great showing of the aggression that Tao Wei can bring, especially because in tag settings, he more often than not takes the beating from Misawa and Kawada. Seeing him really push Kawada with his brutality here is refreshing, and proof that Tao Wei is not someone that should be underestimated. They don't call Kawada Dangerous K for nothing though. He bashes Tao Wei's face into the guardrails before smashing his head in with a chair to bust open Tao Wei. Now bloodied, Tao Wei goes after Kawada's leg to try and gain an opening. Watch them battle it out on the ground, transforming what could be a heatless rest hold into a scrappy struggle for control. Tao Wei is generally able to maintain the advantage throughout the match, really targeting Kawada's bad leg in an attempt to keep him down. But when Kawada gets going, he is relentless and overwhelming. His strikes carry a real sense of danger, and Tao Wei seems to just barely survive them before returning to his own offense. Tao Wei even gets close to a victory, rolling through a powerbomb attempt to get an incredibly close 2 count. Despite his efforts though, all it takes is a sudden knockout blow, a lariat to the back of the head to land Kawada the victory. This is an underrated gem in the King's Road canon that gets lost because of how stylistically different it is from the more well-known classics. But I urge you not to sleep on this one. It's an intense, bloody brawl that adds a spark of hatred to the war between Super Generation Army and Tsuruta-gun. 2 weeks later, Tao Wei would again find himself in singles action, this time against the leader of Super Generation Army, Mitsuharu Misawa. This is a far more subdued affair and plays out like a straight singles match. Of note, however, is how dominant Misawa looks. He opens the match by slapping the taste out of Tao Wei's mouth before nailing him with a barrage of strikes. Tao Wei is able to work a control segment on Misawa, but this match makes it very clear that Tao Wei is definitely outmatched. Misawa is the number 2 native worker in the company and probably number 3 in the roster overall. And despite Tao Wei's spirited attempts, Misawa is just on another level. To Tao Wei's credit though, he is able to survive a Tiger Driver for a 2 count. Perhaps he should have stayed down though, as Misawa follows it up with a far more dangerous head-dropping variation, the Tiger Driver 91, to get the 3 count and the victory. This is the first time Misawa resorts to using the Tiger Driver 91, and Taue was the man to put it over. These two singles matches from January of 1991 are a great showing for Akira Taue. He puts in awesome performances in each of them and is able to work in two very different styles of sprints. Despite this though, the two matches definitely make his place on the totem pole clear. He is decidedly lower on the card to both Kawada and Misawa, who have definitively put him away both times. At the end of January, Jumbo Tsuruta regained the Triple Crown Championship for the third time in his career by defeating top gaijin Stan Hansen. With the Triple Crown firmly back in the Ace's grasp, the All Japan roster fired head-on into the return of the Champion Carnival. Similar to the G1 Climax in New Japan, the Champion Carnival was a round-robin tournament among the top talents in All Japan at the time. Originating in 1973, the carnival occurred annually for 10 years before stopping in 1982. This iteration in 1991 would be the first Champion Carnival in 9 years. The carnival in 1991 was wrestled in 2 blocks of 7 wrestlers each, with the top scorers in each block facing off in the finals. Stan Hansen and Jumbo Tsuruta both went undefeated in their blocks and would face off in the finals where, once again, Jumbo would put down Hansen to decisively cement his reign as the ace of All Japan. With all the momentum in the world, Jumbo Tsuruta would end the Champion Carnival Tour by defending the Triple Crown Championship for the first time against Mitsuharu Misawa. This would be the third singles match between Jumbo and Misawa, the tiebreaker for their pair of matches in 1990. This is also Misawa's second chance at the Triple Crown after failing to defeat Hansen last year. Misawa continues to push Tsuruta with elbow strikes, and these elbows are becoming a clear problem for the ace. But there's fire left in Jumbo yet. He fights back and goes toe-to-toe with the young upstart. When he wants to add to the pressure, he drops Misawa's knee onto a table on the outside, drawing sympathy for the rising star. The attack on the leg is a new strategy for Jumbo against Misawa and a fairly effective one when it comes to cutting off Misawa's momentum. Despite offensive bombs like backdropping Misawa headfirst into the turnbuckle, however, Misawa is able to mount a comeback, nailing Tsuruta with multiple enziguris and a sick DDT. Even after Jumbo drops Misawa throat first on the top rope, Misawa has just enough in him to drop Tsuruta with a bridging German suplex for a 2 count. Misawa goes to finish off Jumbo with the Tiger Driver, but Jumbo escapes and nails Misawa with a cringe-worthy backdrop suplex. Misawa does not stay down, however. His fighting spirit drives him to nail Jumbo with a desperation elbow strike, but Misawa is unable to follow through. The suplex has damaged Misawa enough that Jumbo nails 2 more vicious backdrop suplexes to put down Misawa for the 3 count and retain the Triple Crown. The final image of the Champion Carnival is a decisive one. Jumbo Tsuruta still rules in All Japan. 2 days after the end of the Champion Carnival Tour, All Japan would return to Korakuen Hall for its annual Fan Appreciation Day. And what better way to send the fans home happy than with a 6-man tag to showcase the hottest feud in All Japan, a rematch from the October 19th tag in the same building. Representing Super Generation Army, Kenta Kobashi, Toshiaki Kawada, and Mitsuharu Misawa. On the side of Tsuruta-gun, Masanobu Fuchi, Akira Taue, and the ace, Jumbo Tsuruta. Taue opens the match for his team. Even while facing Kobashi in the ring, Taue cheap shots Kawada off the apron twice as a reminder that their feud is far from over. Tsuruta-gun are able to control the early goings of the match, allowing Taue to get a 3rd cheap shot in on Kawada, again knocking him off the apron. Tsuruta-gun are able to isolate Kobashi on their side, Fuchi stretching out and grinding down Kobashi's arm. When Taue continues the arm work on Kobashi, Kawada gets tired of his crap and viciously goes after Taue. Their brawl gets so heated that their partners have to forcibly separate them, a scene that parallels the brawl between Jumbo and Misawa from May of last year that ignited this feud in the first place. Kawada's vengeful attack brings the advantage back to Super Generation Army's side, with Misawa imposing his will on Taue. When Kawada tags in though, Taue sees his chance to fight back and a timely tag allows Fuchi to knock Kawada down with an enziguri, and Jumbo to continue the attack with a piledriver on the floor. Tsuruta-gun maintained control by isolating Kawada, taking turns battering him with offense. Particularly damaging is Taue and Fuchi spike piledriving Kawada onto the floor once again. Fuchi continues the attack on the neck with a beautiful head scissors, and Tsuruta follows up with one of the best sleeper holds I've ever seen. So battered is Kawada that Misawa and Kobashi both have to bail him out at his lowest moments. A spin kick provides Kawada just enough room to hot tag in Kobashi, who runs wild with drop kicks and a nice rolling cradle on Fuchi. Misawa tags in, bombing on Fuchi with a gorgeous diving elbow and a bridging German suplex. He would handily finish off Fuchi with the Tiger Driver if not for Taue interfering. Fuchi tags in Jumbo, who prepares to clean house, but Misawa is ready for him, dodging the jumping knee strike. Super Generation Army work as a well-oiled machine as Misawa fights off an interfering Fuchi, and Kobashi nails Jumbo with a plancha on the outside. Then, Kawada tags in, jump-starting one of my favorite sections of the match. Kawada peppers Jumbo with his signature Kawada kicks. The ace is clearly unprepared for the continuous onslaught from Super Generation Army, having to power through Kawada's brutal kicks and trying to create space by knocking Kawada down. Even then, Kawada's tenacity fires up as he locks Jumbo into a surprise Fujiwara armbar. The crowd are rabid in their support for Kawada as he takes the fight to the ace, bringing him to the brink of a submission defeat. Jumbo again tries to put Kawada down by engaging him in a slugfest, but another Fujiwara armbar puts Jumbo back on the mat. The moment Jumbo gets the chance to create space, he immediately tags in Taue. Kawada was a problem that he was not prepared for tonight. Kawada continues to show off his range of submissions, grabbing a rear naked choke on Taue that gets broken up by that damn Fuchi. Neither Jumbo nor Taue could overwhelm Kawada in this moment. He's able to escape more or less unscathed and tags in Kobashi. Kobashi will not be shown up either, lariating an interfering Tsuruta and knocking Fuchi off the apron. A tag to Misawa shows that Super Generation Army have definitely evolved as a trio, working together well to maintain control and isolate Taue. Kawada is even able to slam Taue on the floor outside, continuing this particular motif of their feud. Kawada might even powerbomb Taue on the floor if not for the persistent interference of Fuchi. Super Generation Army continue their control segment on Taue. At one point, Fuchi again attempts to run interference on Kawada. He gets the finger for his trouble. Oh my god. What a forking badass. There seems to be no stopping Super Generation Army's youthful energy and momentum. But that damn Fuchi sticks his nose in once again, drop-kicking Kobashi's historically targeted knee to bring things back into Tsuruta-gun's favor. Fuchi and Jumbo are unforgiving in their attack on Kobashi's leg, dropping the knee onto a table and on a steel chair. Kobashi's fighting spirit is in full effect though, getting his shots in on Jumbo and Fuchi even as they wear him down. Tsuruta-gun spend an extended heat segment attacking Kobashi's knee, and the orange-clad prospect gains more and more sympathy and love with each passing moment. When Kobashi finally gets the hot tag, Kawada gets into the ring with Fuchi, and the tensions building up between these two throughout the match come to a head. Fuchi does his best to fight back, but Kawada smashes him with a series of brutal chops to get a 2. Misawa tags in to press the advantage, but Fuchi fights back like a madman, tagging in Jumbo to clean house. Jumbo finally nails his jumping knee strike and follows up with a powerbomb to get a 2 count on Misawa. Jumbo and Taue double team Misawa, but Misawa is able to regain the advantage over Taue, nailing a Tiger Driver that only gets a 2. Kobashi follows up with a moonsault that's broken up by Fuchi, and a bit of help from Jumbo allows Taue the briefest comeback with the Nodowa Otoshi chokeslam. Kawada neutralizes Taue with that knockout lariat to the back of the head, before Jumbo knocks Kawada to the floor, leaving Misawa and Taue in the ring. Misawa nails a picture-perfect Tiger suplex to get the win for his team, and send the fans home happy with a mind-blowing 48 minutes of action. Holy crap, guys. This match is a forking masterpiece. Nearly 50 minutes of non-stop action that brilliantly weaves in smaller narratives that play into the larger story of Super Generation Army's ascent to the top of All Japan. All the ways that interactions are set up then pay off display how thoroughly layered the storytelling of All Japan big matches were at the time. Every single element in this match fits perfectly, and the match was paced such that the near hour of wrestling passed by with ease. Kawada had a breakthrough performance here, really showing that he could hang with Jumbo in the ring, with their interactions not quite having a definitive winner between them. Another great surprise in the match was Fuchi. The grumpy old man showed all the fire of his younger opponents and a vicious charisma that really drew me in, particularly in that finishing stretch. 5 stars! The greatest six-man tag match of all time. And so, despite absorbing several defeats over the course of the Champion Carnival, Super Generation Army leave the Fan Appreciation Day on a high note. Still though, the tangible rewards for them have been almost non-existent. The top 2 prizes in All Japan in the Triple Crown and the World Tag Team titles have eluded the members of Super Generation Army. The only way to go for them in 1991 is up. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge thank you to G Badger from the ProWrestlingOnly.com forums who lent me a hand in figuring out which matches in 1991 to discuss. You should check out his blog posts where he shares his thoughts on some of the major matches from 1990 to 1992. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below. Also, as October is ending, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I do plan on taking a break from uploading videos for the whole month of December before coming back in January. And in 2020, I might experiment with only uploading every other week so that maybe we can get some more in-depth videos, some higher quality videos, but none of this is set in stone. I just wanted to be upfront with you guys about where my head is at, since your support has meant so much to the channel and growing it steadily day by day. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a comment down below, leave a like, share it with all your friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.